So, lots of messages over the weekend regarding the video I uploaded yesterday. So, lots of people saying, I can't do that movement. What does it mean? And what can I do about it? So, if you didn't see the video, um, check it out. Check it out below. It's on my predominantly my Facebook business page, which is Martin Haley Solutions Fitness. I did link it to my main Facebook page, Martin Haley, and it's also on our Instagram business page, which is Solutions Fitness Spain. So basically what it was, an exercise to see if you could at home, barefoot, keep your foot flat on the floor and both raising your big toe while keeping the other toes flat on the floor and being able to move it sideways, and also being able to keep the big toe down, keep the foot flat and raise the other four toes and splay them apart. So lots of people around the world yesterday trying to perform that movement. It's quite funny. So if you cannot perform that movement, then your foot cannot function as it's designed to do. Now we're designed to be barefoot, so you will have various movements. So a little example I'll use is, think about a surgeon who's about to perform intricate surgery on you. Now, would you rather him use that or that? And imagine this was a mitten, so all the four fingers were enclosed, not able to move, or one big oven glove, which there was no movement, no intricate movements available from the hand like that. I'd rather that one be used. So this is exactly the same as your foot, almost. In the fact that the foot should be able to move, be very mobile. So in each foot you have 26 bones and 33 joints. Now your hand has 28 bones. So they're very similar. Yes, you don't need to have the intricate movements in the foot like you do in the hand, although some people do need that. And you have that many bones and joints for a reason. It's the ability for the foot to move and adapt to the contour of the ground beneath it. So if you were climbing over stones or rocks, you know, the toes would grip and be able to push off. If you were on uneven ground, your foot, because it's got so many joints, it's able to be mobile and move like that. Now, if it can't do that, then it throws problems further up the kinetic chain and leads to issues with the joints and muscles further up the body. So, but the main thing I was leading to is the ability for your big toe to have that extension. So why? Right then. So when we walk or run, the power or the movement comes from your backside muscle, your butt muscle, the glute max. So the power comes from the glute max and it drives us forward. Then the power transfers via the hamstrings, the calf muscles, and there's lower leg muscles called extensors and flexors, but we'll worry about that another time. Now, for the ability for your glute to, let's say, fire and drive us forward, you have to drive off the big toe, or the ball of the foot, more precisely. So if your big toe is not able to flex, then it's very unlikely you're going to be able to drive off like that, which means you're going to have to do one of two other things, or both things. Now, if you're unable to do that, let's say the big toe joint is rigid or fused. Because you can't do that, you will end up rolling onto the midline or rolling onto the inside of the big toe. And you can check that out because you'll probably find the inside area of the big toe and the joint is quite hard skinned and rough. So doing that action, you're going to overuse some muscles and underuse others, and you're not going to stimulate the glute. Alternatively, what might happen is, because you can't flex at the toe, you will walk flat-footed. Again, this does not stimulate the glute. Now, like I said, if you don't push off the ball of the foot, then you'll use other muscles and underuse other muscles. Now, to me, the glute max, or your butt muscle, is one of the most important muscles in the body. Next to your heart, in my opinion, it's the most important muscle because it has so many different functions. So, yes, as I've already said, it drives us forward to walk or run. It keeps our pelvis stable, and it brings the body upright from a bent over position. So there's other things it does as well, but they're the main things. So it's very important. So if the glute is not functioning, other muscles have to compensate. And that's eventually going to lead to other issues. It can lead to back problems because the pelvis is not being kept in a stable environment. One of the most common injuries I see in my work, mainly with runners or people who do a lot of walking, hiking, and that's a condition called plantar fasciitis, or PF. Now, if you have this, you will have sometimes extreme pain. I've had it myself many years ago. It wasn't to do with this scenario, it was something else. But you'll have extreme pain on the sole of the foot, but predominantly just in front of the heel. Now, plant is planting your foot down. The fascia, or fasciitis, is inflammation of the fascia, and the fascia covers all the muscles in our body, all the structures. Now, you can go online and see a whole host of garbage that says they can treat this, from rolling your foot on a bottle of ice water, rolling your foot on a golf ball or one of these spiky massage balls, wearing a splint at night time to keep your foot in a sort of keep your calf muscle in a stretch position. These are all working on the symptoms. These do not solve the problem. Now, in this scenario, if it's an overworking calf and lower leg muscles and an underworking glute, what we would do then, or what I would do, is